At one point Saturday, obviously a little bit of a rough start. Did you finally go, oh yeah, this is coming back to me? It's like riding a bike. I can do this again.
I mean, I think the confidence was always there. Like you said, it was a slow start. It was a little frustrating. But I think once we got a couple throws in there, we started moving the ball, I think all the confidence started to really come back.
There was a play, I think third quarter maybe fourth quarter, where you got the ball inside the 30, and I saw you start here, come back over here, and then go to your check down. What kind of play? What does that play say about you and kind of your growth as a quarterback?
Just a lot of reps. Just knowing where my check down is, number one, but just getting through the whole progression. Obviously, not a lot of that in high school, and so I've obviously had a lot of growth with that throughout being developed under Coach Riley and Coach Sweeney, and then just helping me learn how to get through progressions and coverage recognition is, like I said, just a lot of reps. So that was one of my favorite plays.
Oh, so you remember it?
I do, for sure. Yeah.
Can you kind of walk me through it?
I mean, just picking a side and going 1, 2, 3. One thing about me is I feel like just trying to speed up my process, even though getting through all the reads, but trying to get there, no, and then get the ball out. And, we got great playmakers on this team, so just trying to get the ball as quick as I can.
So we're getting the ball to your playmakers in that 4th and 21 to Tristan Smith. Is it just kind of just like throw it up there and see what happens type of thing? Just what's sort of going through your mind on that type of play?
Yeah, so, obviously we were trying to draw them off sides, and when they did jump, it's, man, let's give the ball to the tallest guy in the field that jumps the highest. So.
How much work have you gotten with him in reps over this fall camp and over the last, few months since he's been here?
A lot of reps. I think Tristan and I have great chemistry just with him coming in and him just wanting to learn the offense so quickly because he really wanted to make an impact. So ever since he got here, he's had a great attitude. But, we spent time in the film room and we spent time on the field just trying to get that chemistry down, and it was good to see it come out on full display this Saturday.
I'm sure you always prep like you're going to play, but knowing you might be playing again, what is your mentality just going into the next game, that next game up mentality?
Just the same mentality as last week and the week before. It's, there's always a chance of me playing, so I have to prepare like I'm going to play. And that's how it's going to be this week and next week. And every single week after. It doesn't matter if they tell me I'm playing or I'm not playing, like I'm going to prepare to play. So.
Did you find out you were going to get the starting nod?
Throughout the week, it was kind of, it might happen, might not happen, so I was just preparing to play. And I think around the middle of the week is when I knew it's pretty likely.
In terms of your command of the offense, the ability to make checks, just to Garrett give you full control, or was it more something that kind of, as the game went on, felt more comfortable kind of making those decisions at the line?
As the game went on, I mean, he has full trust in me, but as the game got along, just felt more confident in it, and we started rolling. And so, at a certain point, we were really rolling. But I'm disappointed in how we started. I think as an offense, we could have helped our defense with a better start. But you can't change the past now. So
During that start, I was watching, and you would kind of come over and sit on the bench, and you'd have Trent on one side, and Garrett on the other, and Cade right there, and you guys would walk through it. How important is that? Was that to kind of keep you, calm down, let's look at what we're seeing, and get you into the flow of the game?
It was big. I mean, those guys are always there for me, and then when Cade's in there, we're doing the same thing for him. So whatever they're seeing, or I'm coming off the field, and they've seen it. They've already seen it on the iPad, so they're immediately letting me know what they see, and that's just big for me, having different perspectives. And they were great the whole game, just encouraging me and keeping me level-headed.
You've spoken on your connection with Cade and just learning from him these past few years, but kind of switching roles and having him on the sideline. What was that camaraderie like? What was his message to you?
It was definitely different. He was there for me the whole way, especially throughout the week too. Just there's certain things I haven't experienced, like the game day. Obviously, people kind of knowing that I was going to get to play, like more attention, stuff like that. Having to deal with things I really haven't had to deal with since high school. Like the whole process, he was there for me. Keeping me focused, and during the game, there's certain things I haven't seen yet, and he was there to help me. So I really appreciate him.
After having a couple of days to digest everything. How would you grade making your first start on Saturday in a handful of years?
You know, I look at it and there's definitely some throws I want back, definitely some plays I want back. I'm just, obviously really disappointed we didn't win. One thing that sticks out is just kind of the slow start, and then I don't think I made enough plays with my legs, and I don't think I made enough plays in general to win the game. So that's disappointing. But obviously first start, a lot of things to learn. I was proud of myself on just how I took the situation and ran with it. So.
Does that kind of experience maybe change a thing or two about your preparation moving forward, or does it stay the same?
I mean, there's definitely things I learned about myself this week. There was, obviously a little bit more excitement throughout the week because I knew I was going to get to play, but just there's a lot of things taken away from the prep side and the game side of just, man, there's things I can learn and things I did well. So I'm excited for the future with just the things I've learned.
Did you get some confidence, though, just from going out there throwing 300-plus yards and kind of showing people?
Yeah, because that's what I've kind of been waiting on that, just the opportunity to get in there and all the things. I mean, I do it at practice all the time, but you get out there and, you don't know if you're going to get to play on Saturday. That sucks sometimes. But to know I went out there and, played as hard as I could, and we had some good things happen, there's definitely walking away with some confidence.
Before the game, a lot of guys were coming up to you, dapping you up, kind of giving you some words of wisdom. What were they saying to you in those moments to hype you up and get you ready?
And just, they know that I haven't played a lot, and so they were just reminding me, like, I'm not some nobody. Like, they see what I do in practice. Everyone the whole week had confidence in me, which meant a lot to me because it takes a lot for, a team to rally around a guy who hasn't played as much. And I do work with them every week. I'm at all the workouts. I do everything they do, and sometimes I'm the only guy that doesn't get to go out there. But, they were really there for me in the moment, just encouraging me, letting me know, like, hey, you can do this. And that ultimately gave me a lot of confidence, just knowing that, man, the guys around me and the coaches around me really believe in me.
Dabo made some really good throws, but the one throw to TJ that he kind of reached out and tipped, I saw you standing there, kind of in the middle of the field, and you heard the roar of the crowd. You look up at the big board. What is that moment like for you? Because you've waited patiently for times like that. What was that moment like?
Well, right there, honestly, I'm just trying to take it in because, once he's running the end zone, you can kind of relax a little bit and just, kind of look at the end zone and realize, hey, man, we're scoring points, and this is what I've been waiting on. Just be able to celebrate with my teammates and run 50 yards down the field and celebrate. Like, that's just all the work going into that is just, that's what you think about when a moment like that. So that was pretty awesome.
I think one of the things Coach Sweeney said is that, the Brian Wesco one that was dropped, like a lot of quarterbacks could have gotten really frustrated there, and then you didn't really, like, what allowed you to kind of flush that when you had an opportunity to kind of bench?
Well, first, it's just I know what type of player and person Brian Wesco is. He's never a guy to come up to me and give me a bad attitude because obviously I've overthrown him plenty of times in practice, and I'm not going to get upset about him dropping a ball because I know he makes those plays on the regular. So we just had to keep rolling at that point. I knew he was going to respond. So it's not – obviously it was a little frustrating in the moment, but hey, we got to go next play. Like, it's not that big of a deal right after. So
Brian suffered that scary injury. Have you had a chance to speak with him since he left the hospital?
I have. He's in good spirits. I've been praying for him really hard. I'm glad everything worked out in a best-case scenario. We're going to miss him, but he's definitely a brother to me, someone I really care about, and he's doing good. So.
Talked about plays with your legs. I guess looking back, why did those not totally click? I know that's a big part of your game. So how do you kind of?
I'm disappointed it didn't really work out. Looking back, there's just. Coach Sweeney told me, like, I'm letting some guys tackle me that shouldn't be able to tackle me, and that's just the bottom line. I can't allow people like that to tackle me. So
those QB power plays specifically, what do you like about those, just for your skill set?
Just, I'm not slow or anything, but I'm not the fastest guy on the field, but I can make some guys miss, and I like to run downhill, and trust the offensive line to block it up for me. And the games I have gotten to play in my career, we've done really well. So it is disappointing that I didn't really get it done in that aspect, but we're going to improve on that.
Sweeney said he conversation with you after the game, just sort of trying to reinstill some confidence in you? Just what was that like to see coach be like, hey, I got your back in a moment like that?
Yeah, it was big because my number one goal and really my only goal of the game was to win the game. And you walk away and people can talk about the stats and stuff, but I didn't ultimately get the job done. We didn't win the game. And so I was a little down, and he came and talked to me and picked me up, and just he said he was proud of me and how I competed, and it meant a lot.
He said that he also told you that, like, my first game as a coach, I lost, and, you know, I'm still here.
Mm-hmm.
Is that kind of something?
Yeah. So, and he was 17 years ago was like his first start as a head coach, and he was telling me that the whole weekend. So we were able to bond around just like a first experience like that, and you know, we lost, but he was there for me the whole time through the ups and the downs of the game, and I think that's just our relationship. Is he's always going to believe in me, and I'm always going to believe in him.
Anybody else? CB, thanks for your time, man.
Thank you all.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Some folks from baseball joined us.